From Los Angeles to a worldwide audience, this is Boaz Power TV, where we take your life to the next level. Now, internationally known speaker and author, here's Boaz.
Hi, welcome to the Power Show. You are part of the Power Nation, and I'm so delighted that you're here. Here we help you to improve your attitude, your relationships, your finances, and your career. This is episode number 35 on Boaz Power TV, and I call this one The Best Damn Ship in the Navy. The Best Damn Ship in the Navy. I read a book by that title some time ago. It was written by Captain Abrashoff, and he had an amazing ability with people. He took over a ship called the Benfold, and this was a modern destroyer with all the latest equipment on it and so forth. But the most important part of the equipment, the most important part of the ship was the 310 sailors who ran the ship. As in any company, it's the people, as in your household, with relatives, friends, people at work. It's all about the people. And he did something amazing. He took a ship of 310 sailors who didn't seem to have that much interest in really making this a first-class destroyer, and he literally disarmed everyone by being genuinely interested in every one of them. One of the books I promote, those of you who've been to my seminars around the world know, it's How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. In my mind, this is the best personal development book ever written. Now, I don't make a penny when you buy this book, but you can make a fortune. But don't just read it once and put it down. Read a few pages a day. When you get through, read it over again and again and again. I believe one of the reasons I'm so successful in my seminars around the world is the fact that I've read this book 60 times. 60 times. Once a month, every month for 5 years. Now, in it, he says, the key is be genuinely interested in other people. The key to success is to be genuinely interested in other people. My mother was genuinely interested in everybody. She said, everybody can teach me something. She was very successful in business, and I believe one of the main reasons was she was genuinely interested in other people, and she let them do a great deal of the talking. Mother would get to know people easily within minutes. She had 5 questions she asked everybody. So here are Mother's 5 questions, and you may want to write these down because they can truly change your finances and your career. These are questions when you're genuinely interested in other people that they will love answering. And by the way, people are as interested in me as I am in them. That's a good point from the Carnegie book. People are as interested in me as I am in them. So ahead of question number 1, Mother would use a little phrase to disarm you, to relax you. She would say, I'm just curious. I'm just curious, which is much nicer than saying, tell me your social security number and how much money do you make? There is a difference in those 2 approaches. I'm just curious. Then number 1 question Mother used to get to know people and connect with people and create great relationships. And isn't that the foundation of everybody's success? Great relationships. Number 1, with yourself, then with a spouse, significant other, children, friends, relatives, people at work, clients. Number 1 question after I'm just curious, Mother said, where are you from originally? Where are you from originally? She said, everybody's got a story. She was fascinated by your story. Question 2 had 2 options. Let's say I ask you, where are you from originally? And you tell me right here, wherever you are, whether it's New York, Miami, Seattle, Sydney, London, Paris, wherever you are, your answer is right here. Then Mother's number 2 question became, have you lived here all your life? People move around a lot. But if you answered to number 1, I'm originally from another state or another country, then Mother's number 2 question became, what brought you here? What brought you here? You were over there, now you're here. What brought you here? So number 1 question, where are you from originally? 2 is either have you lived here all your life or what brought you here? Question 3, do you have a family? Most people like talking about their family. Sure, got a husband, wife, kids, significant other, got a family. Question number 4, what do you do? What do you do? Do you ever notice for most people these days, that's the lead-off question. What do you do, and is there anything in it for me? No, 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 maybe. Hold it. This was not my mother's lead-off question. It was number 4. It didn't determine whether she wanted to get to know you. It was just more information about you. What do you do? Question 5 is wonderful. Takes us back to an innocent time. What did you want to be when you were growing up? what did you want to be when you were growing up? I bet most of us can't recall the last time somebody asked us that. What did you want to be when you were growing up? These were my mother's questions to connect with people, to create great relationships, and everybody loved her. Everybody loved her. They wanted to see her succeed even more. They wanted to bring her business because she was genuinely interested, and she let the other person do a great deal of the talking, which is in the Carnegie book. So Captain Abrashoff on the Benfold, on that destroyer, did exactly what my mother did when he took over command. He met with every one of the 310 sailors individually, and he found out about where they're from, about their families, about what they wanted to be when they were growing up. Amazing things. And he put them all down in a notebook so he could remember. And then when he'd walk around the ship, he'd carry the notebook with him. He'd open it up, and he'd remember what that sailor did by looking up the notes, and then ask them about their kids. Ask them about when they were growing up. How come they didn't become that? Any big surprise, his ship became an award-winning crew. Amazing. His sailors loved him because he was genuinely interested, and he let them do a great deal of the talking. So what about you and me? Why don't we use the 5 questions more? Why don't we let the other person do a great deal of the talking? I bet we can learn something. And then people will like us and they will help us. And we don't do it for that purpose, but that's exactly what will happen as people are as interested in me as I am in them. It's human nature. Human nature. So the affirmation for this message on Boaz Power TV, you may want to write it down. I am genuinely interested in other people. I let them do a great deal of the talking. I am genuinely interested in other people. I let them do a great deal of the talking. If you like these messages, and many people around the world do, please go to my website, send them to Boaz Power TV. I'm sorry, I'm in orthopedic shoes, I stand corrected. Send them to boazpower.com, boazpower.com. They can subscribe and get these free broadcasts every week. Thank you for joining me. You are special, you are unique, you are destined for greatness, and I believe that you are a champion. Have a powerful day.
This has been Boaz Power TV. To comment, see other episodes, or to subscribe to this free broadcast, go to our blog at boazpower.com. That's boazpower.com. We're here to take your life to the next level.